Guanacaste, the gem of Costa Rica. In a little more than 10,000 square kilometers, being one of Costa Rica's most extensive provinces, Guanacaste counts on a vast richness of resources within its borders, the cradle of the Costa Rican traditions and the most important touristic landmark, due to the exuberance of its mountains and the beauty of its coast. Guanacaste is located in the middle of two mountain ranges, and the warm waters of the Pacific Ocean caress its coastline. In these beaches, the sun is the omnipresent guest almost all year round, providing a nice hot weather and warm temperatures, even when it rains. During summertime, the plain lowlands are decorated by the colors of hundreds of trees that proudly show their flowers in the many tones, such as red, white, violet, pink, and yellow, transforming the landscape into the whimsical palette of a talented painter and spreading the aromas of the sense. Its name derives from the Nahuatl language Guanacaste. It means place of the tree of ears, a clear reference to a typical tree of the region, and at the same time the Costa Rica's national tree, whose fruits simulate the shape of a human ear. When you arrive to Guanacaste, the first view will be houses surrounded by green fields and grazing cows. The area is rich in amazing places to visit that welcome the tourist to a perfect holiday. From extreme adventures at the treetops among the stones of a whitewater rafting to blue-green steep mountains, up to the flashing views of the sun setting on the west over the horizon, Guanacaste has a little bit of everything. Nature. The richness of Guanacaste's biodiversity is preserved in 7 national parks and a big amount of protected natural areas. In these parks and refuges, the fast white-tailed deer and the two-digit sloth live calm and easy. In its forests, a puma and jaguars hide away, peccaries run free, and graceful hang from the canopy the howler monkey, cappuccino monkey, and the colored spider monkey. For the bird lovers, Guanacaste lodges at least 300 kinds of birds. Among them stand out the bobo, the mountain finch, and the exuberant toucanet. According to scientific data, in Guanacaste you will find up to 5,000 species of diurnal and nocturnal butterflies, more than 100 species of amphibians and reptiles, and over 10,000 species of insects. In addition to all this, Guanacaste's coastline is an important spot for the egg laying of several species of sea turtles, such as the green, the carey, and the leatherback. These turtles arrive by dozens to the beaches of Nancite, Ostional, or Grande, which are perfect for spotting them. For the adventure lovers, an amazing network of limestone stone caverns awaits for you at the Barra Honda National Park, while up in the Rincón de la Vieja volcano, the mad lagoons boil, and quiet hot springs send sulfuric gases into the atmosphere. But not only the exuberant nature hides in the national parks, history is also a very important chapter in most of them. Such is the case of the Santa Rosa National Park, that was declared in 1996 by the United Nations Patrimony of the Humanity. There, on March 20, 1856, in its old house or casona, the major heroic battle of Costa Rica took place, when the army of farmers defeated the North American filibusteros, which were coming from Nicaragua, and wanted to take over the entire region and the country. The culture. The wealthy culture and the folklore of the Guanacastecans emphasize the Costa Rican traditions. Among them are the famous and original celebrations Sabanero style. The lowland traditions and costumes are present in the dances, the marimba music, and show in every celebration of our country. When in Guanacaste, you ought to try the typical drinks and meals. These exquisite traditional meals are enjoyed today in any corner of the province, and they comprise a big part of the soul of the people. If we're talking about culture and traditions, in Guanacaste you can't ignore the colonial architecture. Ancient churches and manor big houses built during the 18th century, made of stone, dry mud, straw and canes, stirred into the thick wall, enhancing the old lifestyle. The whitewashed walls of these structures gave the nickname of White City to Liberia, the capital of the province of Guanacaste. The Calle Real Main Street is perhaps the most representative place in Liberia. Here, the street is surrounded by the enormous houses of ample corridors, characteristics of the great landowners who formed this town. But the indigenous legacy is still preserved in Guanacaste. As an example are the world-known colorful whiteel crafts. These handmade crafts are elaborated by the descendants of the old Chorotega tribes. Guanacaste is full of popular celebrations, or fiestas as we call them, when you can enjoy dances, horse riding games, typical meals, and other activities. Typical and popular dances, bullfights, horse trap races, horse parades, street festivals, sounds of marimba and shouts of sabanero. That is the true culture of Guanacaste. A land of ox carts and strong horses, a land of good men, kind women, with sincere smile and amiable expressions. Dream beaches. As if the exuberance of its forest was for granted, more than 60 beaches caress the calm and great white coastline of Guanacaste. Many of them offer mild waters of turquoise richness that allow you to relax in the middle of a dreamed paradise. On the other hand, some beaches are furious, like the soul of the Sabanero, and challenge the best surfers to ride in its waves. These beaches do not only put together all conditions to enjoy of the sun and refreshing swim in the sea, but also are the best zones in the world for many water sports, such as sport and deep sea fishing, first-class diving, water skiing, kayaking, and much, much more. Touristic infrastructure. The Guanacaste's coastline has become an important magnet of tourist and commercial investment. Here you can find world-class hotels, gourmet restaurants, golf courses, conference centers, and many facilities to enjoy the most amazing sports and adventures. These are some of the reasons why more and more flights are arriving directly to the Daniel Oduber International Airport. This landing site is growing and becoming an important entrance place for tourism and development. For all these previous reasons and many more, we invite you to travel to Guanacaste, the gem of Costa Rica. A dreamland where the warmth of its weather is a forecast of what you will find among its people, and the richness of its surroundings. This presentation was brought to you by the Guanacaste Chamber of Tourism.